Welcome to America, where the world is on fire, especially in Provo. Sadly to say, God was not around to put this one out. We are in a constitutional crisis. People are having mental health illness issues outside of the CIA headquarters. What is going on? This is a crazy time. Apparently, what do we got here? 11 signatures, gatherers charged with forging signatures for Utah candidates. And apparently, last year, Governor Cox was among them. We have a couple new people this year, and this is all on KSL.com with the first two things, and we will move to some different articles. But this is crazy. You can't tell me this isn't crazy. Airplanes falling out of the sky, rockets bursting, falling to the earth, people losing their benefits. My girlfriend not even able to get her benefits. Benefits she paid into. I thought we voted in this country. I thought we agreed upon something that we didn't like taxes. And that's why we had the Boston Tea Party. And then we started paying taxes, and I don't understand. What are those taxes for? For Teslas? For SpaceX? For fires? We're going to get into it. And more. Here we go with our first article. Reward offered for information on massive Provo fire. We have a fire worth $4.5 billion that happened down in Provo. It happened February 8th. Three buildings under construction at the Remington Commons construction site, 1620 South State Street, were destroyed in a massive fire. No injuries were reported. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, in conjunction with the Provo Police Department, announced Monday a $5,000 reward for information leading to arrest and conviction of those responsible, meaning they don't know. They don't fucking know what is going on. They don't have information. Reason being is because so much shit is going on today that people can't keep up with it. I've done a little bit more research, and apparently the building was in that part of construction where it was not very flammable retardant. I guess it was in like the wooden part where it's like all made of wood and like you can see the wood and it's just like you go in, homeless person goes in, wants to spend the night, stay warm, and the whole on fire. That seems like a very bad thing to do with constructions, but I think it is bigger. I think people are angry. It was a condominium. People don't want condominiums, they want houses. You know, banks buy up houses, people buy up houses, private investors buy up houses, people that want to turn a quick buck buy off houses. One thing that the Soviet Union does better than America is provide housing. A lot of countries that have come out of the Soviet Union make sure that housing is a government program, government funded. When we got out of World War II, we made sure all of the people who fought had a house. Now people who fight in the military can't buy houses. This is fucking crazy. Excuse my language. And here we go. This anger is playing out in many ways. We have someone who is probably going around lighting fires, doing all sorts of shit. I don't condone it. I really don't. This is serious crime. Arson is a serious crime. There are ways to speak out. I know we're angry. I know we're confused. I know that people want action. They want change. They want the world to go to a different place. But you can't resort to that. Okay. We have movements. We have ways of speaking out. We have organizations. We have freedom of speech. We need to get together and organize. We need to find our corner. We need to speak up. We need to convert people who don't know what's going on. This is crazy. Buildings are on fire, airplanes are falling out of the sky, and at the center of it all, we have a madman saying he is our king. Welcome to the America that I know and love. And to our next batch of craziness. 11 signature gatherers charged with forging signatures for Utah candidates. All right, here we go. In Utah's County 4th District Court, Kevin W. Young, 22, is charged with 4 counts of forgery and violation of certificate of nomination procedures, while Benson Tokihola Angilau, 29, of Taylorsville, was charged with 9 counts of forgery and communication fraud, third-degree felonies. Last year, each defendant was hired by a company to ask voters to sign their names on a petition in support of placing a candidate on the ballot for the 2024 primary election in Utah, according to the charging documents, court documents. For most of those charged do not state if they were hired by the same company, if they were seeking to get signatures for the same candidate, or if that candidate ended up making it onto the ballot. Charging documents for 5 people indicate they were hired by a company called Gathering Inc. Scrolling down a little bit. During last year's primary election, Governor Spencer Cox used Gathering Inc. to gather signatures. A company, the COX for Governor campaign, says was hired by several members of Utah's congressional delegation, numerous legislative candidates, and Cox's Republican opponent in the 2020 gubernatorial race. The total number of signatures submitted by the Cox campaign far exceeded the state requirement of 28,000 in the verification process. Some signatures were disqualified. The Davis County clerk, for various reasons, including signature verification, Cox campaign manager Matt Lusty said in a statement on Monday, just recently. This article came out March 10th, 2025 at 7:22 p.m. If we go back, March 10th, last Monday. So, Governor Cox, the man who is leading us in Utah, supposedly accused of fraud last year. People in Utah accused of fraud. This is crazy. We need to come together as Utahns. We need a better party. A party that doesn't commit to fraud. People that don't commit to fraud. We need people who are willing to work together, stand together, and fight together. We have rights. We are the people. And we need to stand together more than ever before. I mean, it's crazy. We have an armed man with a mental health crisis outside CIA headquarters. Um, the man had fired several rounds in the air before Fairfax County officers arrived. It is said that he had pointed the gun at his head, and it is also said that he pointed it at the CIA headquarters. There was a barricade that was formed. FBI Washington Field Office said in a statement, members of the FBI Washington Field Office, National Capital Response Squad, and the other FBI resources have been deployed to assist our law enforcement partners in response to an incident outside CIA headquarters. This is by USAA Today. That was by UPI on USAA Today. It explains that the man was having a mental health crisis. He pointed the gun at his head, and then he pointed it in the air. People said that no shots were fired. Um, let's see, local TV station ABC7 quoted officials as saying a man pulled out a handgun and pointed it at CIA headquarters. It quoted law enforcement officials as saying no shots had been fired and no injuries were reported. It said that the Fairfax County Police Bomb Squad was on the scene. Freaking insane. What is going on? People are having mental health crisis. This is what happens when you have a government that just fills people with conspiracy theories, fills people with lies. They don't know what to believe, they don't know what to think, they don't know what to feel. I do not condone this man's actions. However, I feel his pain. We have a system that is set up to make us hurt, not to make us get out on top. The American dream is, according to some of these Republican representatives, to suffer. That is not the American dream that I grew up in. The American dream that I grew up in was finding a way to become rich. And One Piece taught me one thing, that treasure is not always money. The great Zeni pirates found goats to be treasured, farms to be treasured. We have everything we need here in America if we divvied it up. If we gave people the resources they need to get trainings for the jobs that they enjoy, for the jobs that will benefit them, for the jobs that will help them. America is not a business, it's a country that was fought for by the founding fathers. They fought for this country because they did not like kings. And right now we have a king taking over the White House. An open rebellion with the courts. I suggest you follow AP News. They have a timeline um, following this whole debacle inside the courthouse. Let's see. AP News, give me the website. There we go. Let me find it for you here real quick later. Sorry about that. I'm broke. Right. And I am back. So here we go. I have a timeline for you. I would suggest following this. This is going to be big news. This is going to be a big thing. Trump is not backing down from this. Um, he feels like he has enough support from the people that he's willing to openly defy the courts. In defying this courts, this could lead to a lot of things. This could lead to the government shutting down. This could lead to money. being charged against the Trump administration. This could be people being deputized to go after Trump and arrest him so that he can serve his justice. This is crazy. We are not at war. Just a week ago, we were not at war, people. Please tell me we were not at war. This is crazy. It's insane. We need to come together as a people of Utah, as a community, as a state. And we need to pick a party that is going to better serve us as a community. I am not the enemy just because I am trans. Me and my wife share a lot of values with a lot of you. Um, I grew up LDS. I was ordained with the Aaronic priesthood, not the Melchizedek. I grew up in the church. I learned a lot of things. One of the things that I learned was prophecy that I was told to by my dad called the boys from the mountains. A civil war might be upon us. And according to the prophecy of Joseph Smith, this is exactly what he talked about. If you're religious here in Utah, I suggest you look up the boys from the mountains. It talks about what's going on. It's crazy when real life and prophecy merge. It is insane. And we as a people need to be ready. We need to fight for our beliefs. We have the power. We are the people. We need to come together. The movement here in Utah is dying. The protests are dying. Peaceful protests. We need to speak out. We need to gather. We need to be peaceful. We need to get community. We need to organize. Because when we sit still and we don't say anything, they continue to do human rights violations. We don't even know who is deported. There's 200 people deported, and this video only shows me the most tatted out people, the most gang memberish looking people. Who else could be on there? That guy that was arrested with the green card. Anyone who speaks out against the Trump administration, this is scary. This is scary stuff. The judge gave Trump 24 more hours. So tomorrow, Thursday, we're going to get another update. But as soon as next week, we could be at a civil war. And so I need you to click the like and subscribe so that we can spread the word. Help me spread the word. Help me get stories. Help me communicate what is going on. Utah will not burn. Utah will stand strong. Just like the great Caesar said, a strong together. And with that, I am out. I hope you enjoy. I hope you like and subscribe. I will have more content for you here. And I hope you enjoy. I hope you stick with us. And, you know, I hope that we can make something from this channel. We can make a movement. We can do something instead of just being scared. And with that, I bid you adieu.